Today on Hopped Up Beer Review, we're going to be trying Hurricane Sour by HUBR Brewing out of Asheville, North Carolina. Thanks for joining us. Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give you our unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking and reviewing. We are back to do that once again. Thank you for checking out this video. We definitely appreciate it. I've got Andy in the attic. I've got Jay. I am Ben. What are we drinking this evening, gentlemen?
The Hurricane Sour from HUBR Brewing. Looks good.
Yep, give it a shot. So this one actually came from my sister-in-law, Amanda. She brought this one back for us to review. So I want to say a special cheers, Amanda. Thank you for this.
Do y'all not get HUBR down there?
We do not.
I'm sorry.
We do not.
It's regularly available in Alabama.
It
The
is.
distribution sites.
Yep.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mates.
Got a lot going on.
Well, when I tell you about it, it'll make sense. It's a sour, of course, as the name implies. 7%, 15 IBUs. It's an homage to the New Orleans Hurricane cocktail. It has flavors of lime, orange, pineapple, passion fruit, and cherry. So the Hurricane cocktail traditionally is rum, lemon juice, passion fruit syrup, or a concoction called fasciola, which is similar to the passion fruit syrup. Traditionally served in a tall, curvy hurricane glass, as like on the screen there in the label. The oldest reference to the hurricane that this one site I was looking at said it's way back in 1938 in the film Naughty but Nice. It's like, oh, where's that film going? In that film, it looked more like a lemonade. It wasn't the reddish, orangish colors that ours are today. Then in 1939 at the World's Fair, when it was in New York, there was this bar called the Hurricane Bar, and a similar drink was served there. The most popular association of hurricanes is, tell me where?
Pat O'Brien's.
Pat O'Brien's, down in New Orleans. The bar allegedly started as a speakeasy, and it was called Mr. O'Brien's Club Tipperary. And Tipperary is actually a county in Ireland. So Mr. O'Brien's Club Tipperary was the speakeasy, and the password to get in was Storms Brewing. So during the 1940s, they needed a new drink to get rid of the less popular rum that the local distributors kind of forced him to buy before he could get his hands on like the few cases of the more popular liquors of the time, like the whiskeys, different styles of whiskeys. So he poured the drink into the Hurricane lamp-shaped glass and gave it away to sailors. And it caught on, and it was, a mainstay in the French Quarter. So that's where one of the legends and folklore of the hurricane is. I didn't dive too deep into it. I can't even remember the last time I had a hurricane. And then I'm like, I can't remember the taste. So
I'm sitting here thinking the same thing. I cannot remember the last time I mean, I remember going to Pat O's, but it's been a long time.
Yeah.
10, 12 years for me.
Yeah. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
I was there for a conference about 10 to 12 years ago.
We went down to the Sugar Bowl, but we didn't go to Pat O's.
Mm.
This is our third from HUBR Brewing. We did Hugs on the Beach and 10W40. So HUBR Brewing is a regional brewery founded in 2013 in Asheville, North Carolina. Founded by two college roommates. And they bought a local brewery that had closed. They took over the lease and the equipment that was there. Currently distributing to about 42 states, Alabama included. They have 3 breweries and tasting rooms in Asheville, tap rooms in Durham, Wilmington, Louisville, Knoxville, Charlotte, and Birmingham. This is being we're reviewing airing this just right after the Hurricane Helene. So I don't know anything about the current status of the 3 tap rooms there in Asheville, the brewery of the tap rooms. So
yeah, I saw one picture today, probably a couple hours ago. It was from one of their locations in Asheville. It looked like the building was intact, but they had just debris covering the parking lot. About probably 2 to 3 feet deep. It's pretty crazy. So
does anybody get the irony?
Yeah,
I do now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, all right. Who has had this beer?
You have.
I have. Yes. I have indeed had this one. So this was one I did not want to wait on. So with that, who wants to go first? Andy or Jay? No volunteers, huh?
I'll go first. I'll let Andy drink. He's been talking. I appreciate the history lesson. So
Yapping.
Yeah, this is a busy drink. With that much fruit flavor in it, I understand what they're trying to do and replicate the hurricane. From what I can recall, and like you guys said, it's been a minute or two. I haven't had a hurricane, so the taste flavoring for me has been a while. This is probably pretty close to what a hurricane tastes like, minus that rum rum alcohol flavor to it. It's just rum and lots of fruit flavors, but uh, it's overall okay. It's not something I'm gonna seek out again. I think I'm gonna probably go with a 6.5 on this. It's just very busy. You can pick out some of that lime and pineapple and passion fruit. I don't know that I get cherry out of it, but
All right. What say you, Andy?
I was hoping more for a fruitier flavor. I do get some tart out of it, but with all those fruits, yeah, I get overall more acidic. It's very acidic tasting. And when I think of hurricane, I do think of rum, and I was like, I wish there was like a little sweet rum flavor to it as well. And or if there was cherry in it, I wish that cherry would have come through more. And it like I said, it is busy. I can't pick out just one flavor or as I take sips. Maybe lime is the overbearing in it. It doesn't taste like lime, but I think it's that maybe the acidity of the lime. I'm not sure, but I'm right there with you, Jay. It's about a 6.5 for me because nothing is pushing through to say this is the flavor profile. It's just it was a mix that didn't bloom into something more. And I can't remember what a hurricane tastes like, so I can't really compare it to that and say, oh, they're spot on. Maybe that would have gotten a better score. But For me right now, it's a 6.5.
Yeah, I went into this one the first time I had it, really excited about this one, thinking it was going to be, you know, not again. I'm like you, Andy. I don't really remember having a hurricane. I know I've had one. I don't remember what it tastes like. So I went into this kind of expecting more sweet or fruity flavor here. To me, this kind of tastes like a muted version of like a cherry limeade from Sonic. If you've ever had one of those,
Yeah.
you get a lot of that lime.
You add a
Watered down.
little vodka to that, and this is what it'd be.
Yeah, maybe. So that's kind of where I come out on it, and it's I wanted something just because of the name and what I thought I was expecting it to be a little more fruity and more sweet, I guess. So and also the finish on this one is a little bit dry, which is fine, but it's just something I wanted to mention as well. I'm glad I've had this one twice now because it makes me, my score is going to be where I think it should be for me anyway. I'm gonna put it at like 5.5. I mean, it's okay. I'll drink it if you give it to me. But I don't need to seek this one out again. Um, you know, uh, it's just not for me necessarily.
It's interesting when you said that dry aspect, Ben. It almost reminds me of kind of a fruit wine in some ways. Having that dry finish on the end of it more so than a beer.
Yeah.
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 I can see that.
Yeah. I guess it could be all the mix of fruit that you got in there. They tried to come away with. So
A really bad Alabama or Mississippi muscadine wine, right?
Oh God.
yeah,
Scupperdine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, skipping. Yeah.
That will be a 6.2 for the Hurricane Sour from HUBR Brewing out of Asheville, North Carolina. Definitely an interesting beer. I'm glad we got to try it. I want to say thanks again to Amanda for supplying it to us. Definitely appreciate that.
Thank you, Amanda.
If you've tried this one and you've had it, let us know what you think down in the comments. You can check us out on all the social media links down below in the description. You can come say hey in our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. It's a chat room and a place where we chat. You can also check out our links. Check out our links below for any Hopped Up Beer Review merch if you have any interest in that. Koozies, shirts, other things. And we have a link
Captain
for
Obvious.
Yeah. We have a link for any of the equipment that we use here, or some of the glassware like Andy had tonight. We put some of that those links out there as well, just for you to check them out. Be sure to like, subscribe, and cheers that notification bell. We would definitely appreciate that. If you have not done so, please do so. It is free to do, and we will say thank you.
It's free to do and costs you nothing.
There you go.
Captain Obvious strikes again.
For Andy in the attic and Jay, I'm Ben. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.